Robbins.
Your Man Sunday.
On BBC Radio Lancashire.
Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Ted.
Joel David, my fellow thespian from Coronation Street. I saw you on the set, didn't I?
Yes.
A week or so ago.
A week last Wednesday.
Let me just put you in the picture. Joel David is, an old friend. My family, my wife has known him and her mother for many years in Accrington. They used to come and watch you play in Joe Ware.
That's right, the Packhorse Pizzeria.
Wow.
The Packhorse was an old pub, and then they turned it into a pizzeria in 1981.
Yeah.
And I used to sit in the corner with a guitar and sing nice continental music, the Julio Iglesias thing.
And you play piano?
Yes.
Guitar?
Guitar, piano, although I don't play a steam piano anymore because I had a problem with my left hand.
A steam piano?
Yeah.
I love that expression. I love that expression.
So I play the electronic piano, the Yamaha piano.
Yeah. Joel, where are you from originally, mate?
I was born in Belthorpe. All my family come from Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah, the whole lot. Creelock Street in Kirkdale.
Kirkdale?
Yeah.
I taught at St John's Roman Catholic School for Girls, Kirkdale. Did my teaching practice there.
Just round the corner from Creelock Street.
I know. People know you as a musician, and we're going to play some of your lovely music a while. We played Old Bones last week that went down really well. But I bumped into you onto the set of Coronation Street. So tell us about this alternate career, this parallel career you've had.
Well, years ago, if you remember...
You said a few years ago. Go on.
I'm going back to 1975.
That's 40 years ago.
40 years ago, yeah.
So, was that one of your first jobs in the old Coronation Street down in Key Street, was it?
Yes, it was. Well, my very first job was on Crown Court.
Oh, yes.
They used to put you on. That's the first job they used to put you on.
Cool. You were one of the jurors, were you?
I used to play a court reporter in it.
Did you?
But I was notorious for falling asleep. And because they can be so long and so tedious.
Yeah.
And I have a big snore, and everyone knows it, you know.
Right.
Even down at the street, they all know. Oh, is he in? You know.
Joel's dropped off.
Joel's dropped off. He's fallen off.
you get a nice comfy seat in the Rovers and drop off.
And I do.
Yeah. So 40 years ago, who would you have known on Coronation? So you turn up and you're in the Rovers playing darts occasionally, and that was when you couldn't speak. You had to go.
That's right.
Because if you spoke, they had to pay you more money, didn't they?
Yeah, and they still do that in a way. Look, at that time there was Elsie Tanner.
Yeah, Pat Phoenix.
Pat Phoenix. She was a true star.
She was.
She was a lovely, lovely lady.
Did she
Bernard Ewins.
Yeah, but Stan Ogden.
Stan Ogden. And Hilda.
Yeah.
Hilda Ogden.
With a Muriel. Singing away as she cleaned.
I had a lovely part with her. She nicked Eddie Yeats's CB. You know, the CB fanatics were all about at the time.
The radio hams in the cars.
The radio hams.
Yeah, 10-4 good buddy and
That's
all that.
it.
That's right.
And she got hold of Eddie Yeats's CB.
Yeah.
And she was talking, and she's saying, I'm Foxy Lady, break.
Yeah.
And I was a trucker coming down the M6. And I'm saying, this is Big Joe.
So you've had parts, you've had little lines and stories?
Yeah, I had 7 different character parts in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
but then you're quite happy to go back and play a bit of darts?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And do you find people come up to you and go, where do I know you from?
Yeah, they do.
And they can't place it?
Yes, they do, and they just can't place it. But when you do have it, well, you'll know yourself, when you do have a sort of little featured bit in it, it can be very, very intrusive after that. I was playing... I had to be a singer in Alec Gilroy's talent contest.
Oh, yes, because he was a theatrical agent. Alec Gilroy.
And I had to sing My Way really awful.
Yeah.
And it went out on the Friday night. And on Saturday, I was walking through the streets of Darwin, and this old lady hit me on the back with an umbrella. She said, "Boy, you." She said, "You've let Darren down." She said, I come here regularly listening to you sing, and what a mess you made of that last night.
Well, we'll hear Joel singing well in a couple of minutes' time. We're going to play some music from his... You got a new CD, a new album, haven't you?
Yeah, album Lucy's Moon.
Lucy's Moon.
Yes.
We'll talk about the title. The title of that, why it's called Lucy's Moon. I suppose you could take that this way. Lucy, stop that.
Stop mooning, Lucy.
And we'll talk about all you're playing. We've got a lovely letter from somebody who recorded you at the Norbreck in Blackpool with Charlie Chester a few years back.
Gracious me, that was.
I know, that's going.
That's about 20 years ago. That.
She says 16 years ago.
Is it?
So I've got a nice letter for you.
Oh, lovely.
And we'll do that in just a minute. In fact, I'll tell you it now. It says, Ted, you played Old Bones by Joel David last Sunday. Brought back so many lovely memories. 16 years ago, I was in the audience for a BBC Radio 2 show recorded at the Norbreck Hydro in Blackpool, and it was Charlie Chester.
Wonderful.
With Genial Charlie. Radio Soapbox with
Lovely
Charlie, your
man.
host.
He was a lovely man.
He goes right back to Variety, the
He
early
does,
days of Variety, doesn't he? He did, anyway, God bless him. OK, Joel, we're going to play one of those songs, and that's for Max and Moisha Sager, who are in Prestbury in Cheshire.
Oh, good.
To Make You Feel My Love.
When the rain is blowing in your face, when the whole world is on your case, I could offer you warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows on the stars appear, when there's no one there to dry your tears, I would hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet. I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment we first met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change keep blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There is nothing that I wouldn't do. I'd go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love. No, there is nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love.
Beautiful. That's Joel David, To Make You Feel My Love, and lovely that, Joel.
Yeah, it's an old Bob Dylan song.
Now, you see, I straight away went, oh, Adele, because she famously revived it. Bob Dylan.
No, Bob Dylan.
I would take you, my love.
Yeah,
to
1960s.
feel my love.
Came back in a film called Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock.
Hope Floats.
Hope Floats.
The album's called Lucy's Moon. Why is that, Joel? It's
I had a little dog called Lucy. Oh. She used to love watching me sing and play, and did all my recording in my conservatory. And she always used to sit on the settee and she'd put her paws in front and lie on her paws and look. I was doing the beginning of the album and the moon shone through the conservatory roof, and she was there. A picture paints 1,000 words. Unfortunately, it was one of her last ones because she was 19 and she sadly passed away. So I called the album Lucy's Moon because whenever we see the moon coming through the conservatory roof, we always used to say, "Oh, that's Lucy's moon."
Very sweet, isn't it? Oh. We'll play another track from that in just a moment's time. Who taught you to play musically, or did you pick it up yourself?
Picked it up myself. We had an old piano. My dad used to play a piano accordion when he was in the Navy years ago. We all trooped up from Liverpool. My granddad always used to say, "Hitler will never get me out of my bed," but unfortunately, that wasn't quite true because he used to sleep in a sleeping bag underneath our piano. Whilst my Auntie Nora, my Auntie Margaret, my Auntie Elsie, and my Auntie Nellie, and my Auntie Anne, and they all used to go down to the air raid shelters. My granddad used to sleep underneath the piano.
Do you remember Johnny Casson's gag about that? He said, "My granddad said during the war, he used to sit outside during the Blitz. He said, if a bomb's going to get you, it'll have your name on it. It never worried us. But our neighbours, Mr. and Mrs. Doodlebug, frightened the life out of them."
Well, one came straight through the roof of they had an outside, they call them an outside lavvy then.
Yeah.
An outside toilet. And one came straight through the roof. I don't know if you've seen an outside toilet in Liverpool, in Kirkdale, but it was a sort of brick shed and a wooden plank with a hole and a bucket.
Toilet's a very polite word for it. It's not one they use in Kirkdale, I can tell you. So you're half Scouse, half Lancashire, aren't you, really? Yeah. But a bomb came down.
Yeah, it came straight through the roof. Straight through
Grandad must have come and go, what were in that mince last night?
It came straight through the roof, went straight through the hole in the wood, and went
perfect drop.
Went into the bucket.
Nice one, Fritz. It didn't.
And it didn't go off. Whatever was in that bucket stopped it from going off.
Unlike your granddad, who did go off.
Well, it splattered the contents for half a mile. So that was it. My granddad said, "That's it. We made the house unlivable." So they all moved up to Belthorne.
I can imagine after that.
And the only thing that survived it was the piano. And so I've been playing on the piano since I was 3.
Now then, Joel David, I think we should have another song from Joel's album, should we? The Shadow of Your Smile.
One day we walked across the sand, one day in early spring. You held a piper in your hand to mend its broken wing. Now I remember many a day and many a lonely mile, the echo of a piper's song and the shadow of a smile. The shadow of your smile when you are gone colors all my dreams and lights the dawn. Look into my eyes and you will see all the lovely things you are to me. Our teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. Now when I remember spring and all the joys that love can bring, I still be remembering the shadow of your smile.
From the film The Sandpiper, wasn't it? And that's Joel David's take on that beautiful song, The Shadow of Your Smile. Do you have a favourite artist? Do you have somebody who you love to sort of go and see yourself?
My two favourite artists of all time are Neil Diamond and Frank Sinatra.
Don't you do a Neil Diamond kind of tribute thing?
I love singing Neil Diamond's compositions, and because Neil Diamond wrote for himself and the intonations in his own voice, to sing a Neil Diamond song, it sounds like Neil Diamond. You can't help but sound like Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond wrote for many other people some of the Monkees songs, didn't
he?
he?
He did.
I'm a Believer.
I'm a Believer.
Was his, yeah.
I'm a Believer. He was a stock writer before he was ever a singer.
Along with Goffin King in the
Brill Building.
Neil Sedaka in the Brill Building.
Yeah.
They produced so many.
Yeah.
They were kind of clique, weren't they?
It was.
Mostly Jewish writers, weren't they? Carole King.
Neil
Sedaka.
Carol Bayer Sager.
Yeah. Fabulous. Well, we're going to have another Joel song in just a minute's time. Are you now? You also from your suntan.
Yes.
You haven't got that in Darwin, have you?
No, Tenerife.
Unless it's Rust. Tenerife.
Yeah.
You live part of the year out there, do you?
Well, we spend 4 or 5 weeks here in England and 1 week down there.
That's a nice way to do it.
Yeah, we've a little place down on the Amarilla Golf and Country Club, which is just outside Los Cristianos.
Anyway, we'll talk some more with Joel, play another song, a track from his new album in just a minute's time. When are you back on the street, lad?
We're filming next week, Wednesday after. Just up and down the street, to be perfectly honest.
Do you quite enjoy? I mean, you've played character parts in it, and you can act, and you do.
Yeah.
Are you quite happy, or do you all the time think, "Oh, it'd be nice to have a nice little part again"? And how do they do that? Do they go, "Joel, we've got this for you"? Do you think you've?
Yeah, you called in. They contact you first of all, and they ask about your availability.
Yeah.
And then you go down. Well, it used to be floor 5 in the old buildings.
Yeah.
And they would ask you to come in and read, and the producer would speak to you, and the director would speak to you.
Because many of the big names of the show, not traditionally, you're not a big name of the show, but William Tarmy, Jack Duckworth,
Billy,
was a supporting artist. You say our Billy, he's a good friend of yours.
Very good mate of ours. We both played coppers in a series called Strangers years ago.
Strangers, with Don
Henderson.
Don Henderson.
Yeah.
I'd have met a good artist, Strangers, yeah.
Yeah.
Early 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were both playing coppers in that.
But he was a good singist himself, a bonny chap.
A band called Take 10.
Yeah, he loved singing. He always had CDs and everything there. OK, strolling down Memory Lane, or Coronation Street Lane, with Joel David this morning. I'm rushing because I want to get one more track in from Joel David's lovely album, lovely CD, Lucy's Moon, which I'm sure you'll be able to sell to people if they want to get hold of it. Contact us, we'll give you all his details. And it's been lovely talking to you, Joel.
And it's been a pleasure being here.
And hopefully I'll catch up with you next week on the street.
Yeah, well, myself and my wife, we've both been there for 40 years.
Wow.
Maureen and myself.
Fabulous. You did that programme, didn't you? ITV.
ITV changed my life.
Didn't talk about that either, but we'll get you next time. We'll talk about it.
All right, no problem.
Or maybe see you in Tenerife. Oh, it seems nice. The thought, just talking about something, it's about 70 degrees there now. Isn't it?
It is.
Never mind. I'm off to Bleakholt Animal Sanctuary this afternoon, and it doesn't matter what the weather's like. We'll have a good time. Come and see me and support that wonderful cause. Whatever you're doing, may your God go with you. And I'll play this one from Joel David.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She likes the theater. She doesn't go late. She doesn't bother with people she hates. That's why that lady is a tramp. Doesn't like crap games with barons or earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermine or pearls. She won't dish the dirt with the rest of those girls. That's why that lady is a tramp. She likes the free, fresh wind through her hair, life without care. She's broke, well that's oak. She hates California. It's cold and it's damp. Well that's why that lady is a tramp. She gets too hungry to wait for dinner at 8. She likes the theater. She never goes late. She wouldn't bother with those people she hates. That's why that lady is a tramp. Doesn't like crap games with barons or earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermine or pearls. She don't dish the dirt with the rest of those girls. That is why that lady is a tramp. She likes the free, fresh wind through her hair, life without care. She's broke. I'll go on. She hates California. It's cold and so damp. Well, that's why that lady, that's why the lady, that is why that lady is a tramp.